Absolutely. Ready? All right, guys, Prince George's County Fire Department has decided that we're going to take precautionary actions to protect us in case we come across someone that has been in contact with Ebola or may already be infected with Ebola, in efforts to try to protect us from the front lines, basically going into people's homes on these 911 emergencies. These are the suits that are going to be issued today. They're going to be put on the apparatus. They're on the ambulances and all suppression units. You will find them. Make sure that we're using them correctly. Today's effort is to show you and refresh you guys on how to take them on, put them on and take them off. It's basically anybody can put this on and use it and wear it. We want to make sure that we're doing it correctly. The most important part is the main point we want to make is taking this thing off. That's when you're most highly susceptible to being exposed. Putting it on is no big deal. We're outside in clean, fresh air. We're not around anybody. But now that we've already been in contact, we want to make sure that we take this thing off correctly as well. In the bags that we're going to get issued, you're going to find boots and a suit. The boots and the suit are right here. We're not going to wear our work boots inside of these. We're going to take our work boots off and go inside of the suit. Once we're done, we'll end up inside of these orange boots here. Just so you know, the suits that are being issued are about 2 levels above what healthcare officials are using right now to deal with patients that already have it. So have that peace of mind knowing that you are getting issued the proper gear, the proper suit that will do the job and will protect you. Before we put the suit on, they've all been inspected and packaged by the manufacturer. You're going to pull it out of the package, and we want to do our own thorough inspection, just like we would do with our structural gear. You want to check seams, zippers, stitching, the crotch, armpits, around the neck. Those areas are susceptible for having rips, tears, defects from the manufacturer, things of that nature. So as I work through the suit, make sure that the gloves are tight and they're secured down the arms. Across the top, you can see where there's a seam. It almost looks like a plastic type weld where the suit has been seamed together. Again, it is water and airtight. You want to feel that and make sure that it's good. All the way down the suit, again, here in the crotch area of the suit, you have 4 seams that come together, one straight down the middle, one straight down the back, and the ones that come up the inseam. This is an area where we find a lot of times that the suit may have a failure. So please make sure that you check that area well. Along the zippers and the stitching, the zippers are stitched in, okay? And we're using this suit for splash protection. This zipper is not going to provide you with that splash protection. Both flaps need to be closed. So once we get in this thing, and I'll show you in just a moment, we want to make sure that we fold this suit over and seal this Velcro. At any rate, we want to check and make sure that the zipper is stitched in well. And as I work through the suit, I see that everything's okay and the suit is usable. Same thing with the boots. Really? Give him 1 second. Give them 1 second to turn that thing off. Also in the bag, you're going to find your Haz-proof boots, variety of sizes. They don't have to be perfect. They're going on over top of the suit. I'm going to inspect these, make sure that these don't have any holes, cuts, tears, tatters, anything like that inside of them or on the outside of them as well. Part of the rest of the ensemble that we're going to be using to protect ourselves is going to be our normal nitrile ambulance gloves, our county issued to the apparatus N99s, and the county issued goggles that should already be on the apparatus. Putting the suit on. So we're going to use Carl as our example. I'll ask Carl to go ahead and take off his boots first. You can have a seat if you want. He'll put on his 2 pairs of gloves. Now gang, remember, this suit already has 2 pairs of gloves built into this, chemical rated. And again, we're using this suit more for splash protection, so know that now you have 4 layers of protection on your hands. So we use the most when we're out dealing with patient care. They are well protected. I'm gonna have Carl step into the suit, feet first, all the way down, and I'll help my partner using the buddy system to make sure that he gets all the slack and the bunching of the suit all the way up. At this point, go ahead and have a seat for a second, one sec. At this point, I'm gonna work on putting on his boots. These have a built-in cuff. It's just an outer layer. It's not actually built into the suit itself. If I were to rip this off, the suit would still be okay. It's just an outer piece that's stuck here on the outside. It prevents liquids from going down inside of the boots. I'm gonna raise this cuff up. If there's any slack in the toe, we move that up here. The boot operates very easily with just small bungees across that hold it together. I'll place the boot on, have him step down when it's comfortable. I'll lace it up and pull the cuff back down on the outside of the boot. Again, if there is any liquid, it's gonna run down and go right off the shoe. It's not gonna go down inside of the boot. Makes decon much easier. We'll do the other side, same thing. Carl's already pulled the cuff up. I'll bring any slack that might be up by his toe. Place the boot on. Comfortable? Oops. And then we'll pull the cuff back down. All right, at this point, the feet, legs, and everything is good. I'll have Carl place his arms and hands down inside the suit. These gloves get kind of goofy in here sometimes. You may have to help them by pushing down on their fingers to get those fingertips all the way inside there. Good? So I'll help him with his other side. And push. Good? Enough? All right. Now I'm going to zip him up. Pull down on it a little bit, try to get a better fit so you don't look funny. There we go. All right. I'm going to zip him up. And again, remember we talked about this, folding this over to the Velcro. Make sure it's tight. Go ahead and hit the lower area, please. Push down, make sure it's sealed. There we go. All right. The suit is on now. All right. Before we even put the hood up, now we're going to go to our N99 and goggles. We want to make sure that the N99 goes on first, the goggles on top. The way that these two models work together, the goggles will actually sit on top of the mask, on top of the nose piece. Again, if there's any liquid, it's not going to go down behind the mask. If anything does hit you in the face, it's going to run down on the outside of the mask. I'll have Carl put that on first. And I'll assist him in any way. Tighten it up. Good? All right. And then we'll place the goggles on. I don't know why these keep wanting to pull out. There we go. Oh, it's going to come out. Hold on. There we go. All right. Now that he has all this on, we're going to place the hood over top of his head. Again, we want to make sure that the ears go in, that it's not behind the ears. You want to come all the way out over in front of the face. Please make note how the elastic comes around and meets underneath of his chin. It's a nice good fit. And the elastic band is not back here on top of his forehead, and it's not over in front of his eyes, stopping him from being able to see. It comes right over and rests right across the top of that goggle. At this point, Carl's ready. Excuse me. Protective splash hood. On the back of this hood, there's an easy snap button that you'll find right here. Can you turn around for me, Carl? Keep going, keep going, keep going. And the small of his back is the other snap that lines up with that. I'll place this over Carl's head. I'm going to push. Snap it in place. Turn back around for me. Now Carl is completely ready to go in and deal with anything that he may need to deal with as far as patient care. And he's completely protected from anything that we don't want to come in contact with. Any questions so far? Everybody good? All right, so the most important thing I cannot stress enough, coming out of the suit, Please, please, please make sure that we do this correctly, all right? I'm going to remove the hood. Let me go back one step, excuse me. I'm going to make sure that right now I'm not in any kind of protective gear, okay? But when we are taking this and we're donning this gear and we're taking this gear off, I'm going to be in the same level of protection or one below. I'm going to remove Carl's hood and set this to the side. I'm going to ask Carl to undo his zipper, undo the flap, and undo the zipper on his own. Again, his hands may have come in contact, so he needs to be careful. He's only on the outside of the suit. He's not touching his body. He's only touching the suit. He wants to grab the zipper, unbuckle all the way first. Bring your hand all the way down and get the Velcro open. There we go. Good. Peel both flaps open so you have the zipper exposed. There you go. And the zipper up a little bit more, right there. All right, and he's going to pull that zipper straight down. You can see that it is kind of, it's like being in your structural firefighting gear gloves. It is kind of hard to feel, touch, grab. There we go. At this point, Carl's not going to do anything else. He's going to let me do the rest of the work for a minute, okay? I'm going to bring my thumbs underneath the hood here, in between Carl's head and the hood. I only have to touch the outside of this suit one time, and it happens right here. I'm going to grab it here and fold this inside out. Now when I touch the suit for the rest of the time I'm taking this off, I'm touching clean suit material that was on the inside next to his body. I'm going to roll this down off of Carl's head. Go this way, move forward. And I'm going to slowly work this, bring your arms down please. There we go. And I'm going to slowly work this suit off of Carl's shoulders. When I get to right about here, guys, I'm going to touch just because, but remember, I'm going to be in protective gear. I'm going to have Carl make sure that right in here is a plastic cuff. As he starts to pull his hand out of this glove, he's going to grab this cuff with a finger and hold it. When I pull, I want him to bring this cuff with him so the suit turns inside out. And I'm going to watch and I'll show you what I mean. As I pull, I'll say, Carl, go ahead and bring your hand out. Good. Now I only touch the inside of the suit the whole time. Now this entire arm is back inside and it's not anywhere near me that can touch me or contaminate my partner as I'm taking the suit off. Other side as well. I roll the suit down. Carl, please go ahead and pull your arm out. All right, now we have two arms completely inside out. I'll Carl continue to work this inside out. Go ahead and have a seat. I'll remove his boots. Now I'm going to have my partner inside the suit, when he extends his feet straight out, hold his toe tips up. As I pull the suit off of him, we're hoping that the legs will go inside out just like the arms did. You bring your feet straight up and try to bring it with you. Yep. There you go. Other side. And when Carl comes out of this suit, the suit is completely inside out. Okay? You can see where we have, I'll hold it up for you guys. Arms, legs, everything. Anything that's bad is on the inside now. This area in the middle right here is what I call the trash can. All right, that's where we're going to put the rest of the stuff that Carl's wearing on the inside of this suit that's already been contaminated. Carl's now down to his mask, gloves, and 2 pairs of gloves. The one thing that you want to remember is the last thing that comes off of you as you're coming out of this stuff is going to be your mask and your goggles. The last thing to come off, except for the last pair of gloves. I'll show you in just a second. So Carl could have potentially contaminated these gloves as we undressed him. So he's going to take that outer layer off. That layer is going to go into what we call the trash can. Now Carl has a fresh, crisp, clean pair of gloves to go to his face, which obviously we know our face is susceptible for having a pathway for us to become contaminated. He's going to pull the goggles on both sides, pull straight away from his face, and lift straight up. Drop them in. Guys, don't grab them here, don't grab them here, pull straight away from your face. Instead of, hold on one sec, a lot of people, it's very easy just to grab the front of the mask and just pull it straight up like we normally do, or like you would as if you were painting or doing drywall work at your house. It's not correct. We want to make sure that we keep everything that could be on that mask away from us. So instead, Carl's going to pinch on both sides of the mask real tight, pull straight away from his mouth, and lift. That's going to go in the trash can as well. Now Carl's going to remove his last pair of gloves. And at no point in time has Carl made contact with the outside of this suit or could have been or would have been exposed to anything. Any questions? Yes? Yes, and we'll get into that. We'll get into, there's procedures and memos coming out as far as how we're going to do that as a department, and we'll get into that inside. Any more questions as far as the suits go? Any questions about how they work, how to put them on, what to do? All right, cool guys. Thank you.